When the world did put on masks, most people just lost a piece of fabric-covered convenience. My next guest saw something bigger disappear. Eye contact, trust, the whole silent language of the human face. So she started going door-to-door teaching hairdressers and restaurant staff how to communicate with nothing but their eyes. The door-to-door hustle became a specialization in facial action coding and micro-expressions, and eventually, a TEDx stage of her own. Today's guest is Roxani Oikonomou, speaker coach, micro-expression expert, and the person who can read what your face is saying before you even said a word. We're talking body language, stage nerves, and what 85% of communication really looks like. Let's get into it. Roxani, thank you very much for joining me today.
That's my pleasure, Evan. My pleasure.
Roxani, how did you step into public speaking? Obviously, you have 20 years of hospitality and sales before you became a speaker coach. What happened? What was the moment you noticed that the face was saying something that words weren't?
Let's go back to childhood. So from middle class family here in Greece, and always I was shy and always I was quiet. I have this deep need to connect and to overcome this superficial from young age. I didn't observe body language or I didn't observe the clothes that other people were wearing. It was just me to connect deep. And it came automatic to see the face, to watch the face without to be conscious at that point. Conscious I became when I start to study micro expressions, to study the face actually. But the point, the turning point, it was the moment that COVID happened and we all wear the masks and it was this loss of eye contact, fear and all this to see the people were afraid to raise their eyes and look above the mask. At that point, through hospitality, I start do small local workshops to local restaurants, to local hairdressers, to local esthetician, beauty esthetician, small seminars, workshop to go door by door to explain to them how they will communicate by wearing mask, just with the eye contact, with the hand gestures, with the palms. And then I noticed the power of face and missing it by wearing the mask, how difficult and hard it was for the society. That's it. This is actually, it was when COVID happened.
A lot of industries transition because of COVID. People start learning new skills. We having discussions and meetings online. Is it the same thing, face to face and online? Can you still pick up the same vibes and frequencies or anything micro expression in my face right now?
Face to face, I always believe when you feel, because you can touch, because it is the sensory system, to be honest. As much sensory system you get involved and receive, then it's much better for communication. But for the face online, yes, I can pick it up right now. And face always communicate, and this is a very reliable tool. Let's put it like that.
So going back a little bit, you've now stepped onto the TEDx stage yourself as a TEDx speaker. What's like being coached after years of being the coach? And did anything surprise you about your own expressions and micro expressions?
Always, okay, one part of the scale it is that I always have coach next to me. I always have a mentor. I always have. For example, at that year when I was share my coaching, I was share my TEDx talk. I have Alexander Lyon. I was in his CCA community, so Alex didn't coach me for TEDx, but I was coach communication skills. Right now, I have Erica Rosenberg about mentoring, micro expressions. I always am around 10 years, around coaches and professionals, and I do this kind of still. So I love to be coached. I ask to be coached. Yesterday, I have my best friend. I give a keynote, I told you on Monday, to do the rehearsal in front of her to tell me what is the blind spot that people might not understand because I have a specialization in facial action coding. If there is a blind stop, so I did 2 hours rehearsal in front of my best friend. I want people to listen. I want to rehearse, to do the rehearsal in order to correct me to be on the stage
Mhm.
like that. Now, about my face, yes. My face, it was also sometimes scared, sometimes it was fear, sometimes it was, am I enough? Will I succeed it? Will I transfer the message correctly for the people to understand? Yes, all these human emotions and feelings. Yes, yes.
You are projecting what everyone that stands in front of a public and deliver a speech or that or anything, any direction or any instructions that involves you being standing up in front of a group. It's a terrifying feeling. How do we manage that? Are there any tips, any tricks to calm our nerves?
It is just one thing. What is my intention before I go there? My intention it is I'm a good person. I want to give a message that will help and support people. This is my intention. Even if I am shaking, even if I lose my words, let's be sincere and let me think that I do it for the audience. So this is the intention. I have to have a clear what I want, why I'm doing this. If it is for a good will for the people, this is one main, let's say, advice. Now, if you want practical, it is emotional preparation. Emotional preparation, I learned from Michael Wheeler, and a master negotiator in Boston, Massachusetts, and he shared about this for in negotiation field. But I'm using it when I'm coaching TEDx speakers. So I take these 6 questions and I do it for them. And it is first of all, um, what is the outcome that you want before you step in the red carpet. Okay, he said into negotiation. Okay, Phil. But
Mm,
I say what is the feeling? What do you want to feel? Then it's the second question. What is the triggers? What might take you? Triggers you. Maybe somebody's laugh. Maybe somebody's looking on the mobile, for example. You think what might be triggered. Then you will reply this mentally, or you can write it on the paper. It's emotional preparation before. Then what you are going to do on stage if you're triggered, because you will think about it in advance. You might say, I will bring a picture of my children we discussed before,
mm,
or with the person that I love. Or maybe what I have done, I have put in my pocket the photograph. So I listen the crats of the photograph inside my pocket. So I immediately came grounded and I have the loved ones in my pocket.
mm,
And or you will find maybe something else, but I'm saying other people, they do this in TEDx. They see the warm eyes. I will have the people that they love me in front of the first row, and I say, or friends or people or family, whatever, or maybe a collaborator, be my warm eyes. So I will look at these eyes. So to stay focused, to have the strength. And after this, when you find the solution, when all this, you are going to say how I want to, when this end, all this ends, how I want to feel. I want to feel satisfied. I want to feel calm. I want to feel confidence. I want to have make people to get the message and to get benefit of this. It depends on the character. You
mm.
feel all this. So these 6 questions, emotional preparation, for me, this is number one.
I love that. You can be my warm eyes.
For
I
sure.
love that. Obviously, being a TEDx speaker, you need to be shown a confidence, grounded to share the ideas so you can engage with the audience.
Hmm.
And you're using all your facial expressions. And what is it? 85% of our body language is what we express and what other people are seeing.
Yes.
Mastering that must be I don't know a huge task.
In order to master it, you have to master the thought and the mindset. If the intention is clear that I want to benefit the people, then immediately I turn my mindset. I'm not focused on me as a speaker, but I'm focused on the message and on the audience. It is like the fire worker, that the fire
Mm,
worker doesn't say, I'm the hero, I'm saving you. He's going to the fire and he helps, but he got a strategy, and he got a backup people that support him. He's not alone. So you are with your coach, you are with your co-workers, co-speakers, with the organizer of the TEDx. So you have your family
mm,
support system. So, and then you go and um, like a fireworker. So you share the message. It's for me, it's like that. It's if you do this and have this in your brain, you change mindset and you're not focused for you. It's not focused. You might be shaking, but you're going to stay there on stage. And
mm,
I have watched TEDx speakers that are shaking and trembling because they are sharing a very painful story, that this story, the meaning and how they overcome these bad things that happen to them. And they were trembling, and it's okay. It's natural.
mm,
You are expecting somebody to be too much vulnerable, not too much to lose the context and the 10 minutes. It's only 10 minutes. But for me, it's okay to show
mm.
vulnerability and to make a pause and to carry on. It's okay.
What about the phrase "fake it till you make it"?
Oh.
Is it possibly to genuinely fake an authentic emotion on stage, or just does your face betrays you?
Amy Cuddy, I think it's the professor psychologist that she shared this first time on a TEDx stage, and very popular TEDx talk. Fake it. For me, what my professor Erika Rosenbeck told me the other days, he told me we cannot add things to the face. For example, if I feel sad and vulnerable, I cannot fake my face to be happy. I cannot add a smile, and underneath I have a fearful or anxiety phase or discomfort phase. I cannot do this because then it confuse the audience and it will confuse me myself. The only thing I can do, it is either to eliminate fear or anxiety, blah blah, whatever, sadness, or I have to do this emotional training before stage to change the thinking. So to think that my audience is a gift, this is exactly, now I'm sharing my professor's words, um, is a gift for me, to me. So I have to respect this gift. I have to honor them. And even if they don't like my talk for one reason or the other, it's okay. For me, it's a gift. It's like that. So you change the thinking in order to take this inside you. And by default, it comes. And it's not need to be confidence. It is the need that to know your stuff, because if you know what you are talking about, doesn't matter. It's
Mm,
okay. You know this. It is to know it. Okay, maybe in the beginning you are trembling. Maybe in the beginning, but through practice, and if you really want this in your heart, you will take this even if you are not good in the first stage. And say, I will try again. I will try again. I want to manage it. And also for me, still happened. I mean, okay, the previous week I have another seminar, and to be honest, I wasn't satisfied with myself 100%. I wasn't fully engaged with the audience. And okay, I accepted. It was, I felt bad, but made self-reflection. Contact my coach, and I share them the slides, everything what I did, explain to me what it was, something that it was confusing, and I say, okay, I carry on. What can I do? I carry on. I'm not going to stop it.
what a great advice. The only way to lose is not try again, not give it another shot.
Mm,
Mm. So you've seen this. You've been in TED Talks and you've done yourself the TED Talk. What is the common mistakes that executives that will come up onto the red carpet or people that want to share their ideas when they walk first in with their idea? What is the first couple of mistakes that they're doing and they can be rectified through coaching?
mm. one mistake that you want to compress many ideas in 10 minutes. There is no way. This is compress everything, because some people, they want to give. It's not like they do it to show that I know more. I want to give you all the information and then you will find the way out. But this is wrong. This is wrong. It is, you have to have one idea. This clear one idea. What is the message that society now needs? Let's say it is this message A. Support this small message with the stories, with science, with case study, with your feeling, with, I don't know, whatever. Back it up. And that's it. The overwhelming, a lot of ideas that is confusing people's minds. And it's no need. This is 80%. This is what is happening.
I think, and I do it as well. There is a word salad that we have in our head, and we try to figure out what comes first. Is it the lettuce? Is it the onion? Is it the tomato? Is it the oil? Is it the salt and pepper? I'm just describing the Greek salad.
Yes.
For everyone. The only thing that is missing is the feta on top.
Yes.
But you're absolutely right. The audience will engage with you with one thing. And as a speaker, as a lecturer, as a facilitator myself, I want them to walk away with one thing that they can apply in their day-to-day life. But when a speaker who thinks everything they do is equally important, and how do they dissect that? How do they put it into a format that actually makes sense? And they just give you the key point without having all that word salad.
Yes. First, it is the first session, let's say the first session that we're having together, or maybe they can do it, or you can do it, anyone can do it by their own. It is to start and to take the big bucket, and you start first of all putting things inside, research, ideas, whatever. So this is the first, the first part of when you are the creator of a talk, of a keynote, of everything. It is like, imagine that you are moving houses, and you just put the furnitures randomly wherever in the house. In the new house, you just put furniture around the kitchen table, you put it in the living room, just put the furniture from one house to the other. Then you have to choose which furniture go to fit to each room. So this is the hard part. How you do this formation. You have to decide to close, let's say, your eyes and to take out what is not appropriate for this idea. So you have to have a clear idea. For example, I want to talk about micro expressions. So if I want to talk about this topic, I have to include only science about micro expressions, research about micro expressions, case study about micro expressions, what happened to me, personal story about micro expressions, and that's it. So if I mention, let's say, facial action coding system, or if I mention emotional intelligence, this is different. It depends also on the title. I can add more: emotional intelligence, facial action coding system. I can add whatever I want. Beautiful research, how it is discussed, this research from, I don't know, nose pathways that shows whatever. I can add research. Different that will distract the brain. And it is information relevant, but not so much relevant. So first I build the core from the big bucket, then I close my eyes, I take out, and I put aside the other information. The other information, I keep it for another talk. I never lose information because it took me time. I put it to another folder that it is for another talk, for another keynote, I keep it aside. So, and then I start creating what is the core strictly. First, the blueprint, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I analyze and I open the flower. Okay, it is okay. How much time left? It came this, let's say I have 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes. I have more 5 minutes extra. And then I can add to that. Again, from the bucket, what I want to be more, let's say, have some more humor, or to be more relaxed, the audience, or to create a more interaction. I will make a longer pause here. So then I add the delivery part in order to, and then rehearsal and quotes and other people my supporting environment.
It's like having a baby because you're describing an experience that has led everything to that point, to the idea that you want to share. It's very
Mm,
hard to put out the things that made you go through the process. And I understand what you're saying. It's only 10 minutes. Time management, and the one thing that people won't walk away.
yes.
That is the end point. What about the beginning? What's the architecture of an opening so we can hook
Mm,
in the audience, not just in words, but body,
mm,
face, within the
yes.
first 30 seconds?
For me, I like this method of slowly, slowly stepping to the red carpet. You acknowledge the audience. You don't speak. Before speaking, let's say 30 seconds, 20 seconds. I mean, the first seconds, launching your posture, you look at them, you smile, you do the nodding, and then you start. So eye contact real, I see the faces. So I see their warm eyes also,
Hmm.
and then I begin. Or this is like body language perspective, how I approach. From structure, many ways. It depends on the talk, but many ways. I can share if you want some, but there are many ways for opening.
Hmm. If I was going to do an opening, I'm thinking of walking in. I'll be terrified to sit there, not say anything for the first
Mm,
20 seconds
mm,
because the default mode of human nature is to have engagement. Stopping yourself, not saying anything, and just fully be present, that
mm.
is just um, uncomfortable.
Yes.
To overcome that, and we're
Mm,
talking now about emotional, and this is the emotional peak. Walking up to that red carpet. It's something that a lot of people is their dream of. You need to
yes.
align your words with your emotions and your expressions. And
Yes.
when everything, all three of them finally click for a speaker in a session, what does that moment look like when you get into the flow?
Flow, it is smooth. It is a smooth onset of emotion and a smooth offset of the emotion. What does it mean? That um, the emotion is like a wave. Because when we are sharing a sad story, for example, your emotion of sadness somehow has to be in congruence with your facial expression and the tonality of the voice. So it is a smooth wave. Then you share something with enthusiasm, and after this out, shh. And so you have and you carry this with you, but as Aristoteles, always mesotita, always we're in the middle. We're not going never to be in a too much extreme for the benefit of the audience. As I said before, when, for example, if we are carried away with an emotion and cry, because it has happened, and it will happen again in the future with a speaker, then the audience will lose the core message of the talk. Of course, they will empathize with you. You are human. It's okay. It's okay. Do it. I mean, if it happens, it happens. But uh, logical speaking, the audience will lose the point of the talk.
Mm.
So we have to be in the middle. We have to know how we are like the surfers. We are on the wave and we lead the audience with us, something like that, if we can have it as a picture. On the wave, we are on the waves and surfing the waves, going up and up and staying, standing up. This is confidence.
I love that. I love to be confident enough to step into that red circle.
Yes.
Um, how would you help someone like that? So we talked about, you have to have your North Star. What is the point? What it is that the message that you need to deliver. We talked about the structure. Has to be structured and moved away so they can help you with the story. How do you prepare someone though, emotionally, to overcome that overwhelming feeling to be fully present? If you were to coach me, which I hope you will, how would you help me to get over that?
We are going to do a lot of preparation. I mean, rehearsals. Okay, this is I think that this is the obvious, so I take the obvious part aside. So the preparation and these rehearsals is taking different levels. The first level is to memorize. So this is if you have this, then you feel a little bit more confidence. So then it is the second part, that it is the delivery preparation, and during the delivery preparation, then it's starting to push you through outside your comfort zone, and to push you with things like a little bit not harsh, let's say like that, but to see the micro expressions. This is when I use the micro expressions, because if I see that there is incongruence with what your face saying and with your words, then we have to pause and discuss emotionally what is happening, what is triggers you, because there it's the micro expressions. I can see what is happening through your face. If there is no alignment, that means there is a trigger point. That means might create anxiety to you. So we will resolve this. I'm not a psychologist, but I will point out that this point is a trigger for you. Then you will find your own way how you are going to lose to help yourself. I'm I'm just going to
Mm.
point it out that is happening. So here is the tool of micro expressions. Okay, your body language, open your palms, put it on the mesotita zone during the navel. There is no way. If there are triggers there, it's something
Mm.
that you have to do. But I will share that what I have seen.
In your career, have you find people that are naturally charismatic, good public speakers?
Yes, this year I have one that one time we did the rehearsal once, and I told him, "You are ready. I'm not going to do another coaching with you." I was so surprised. I couldn't expect to say like that, but I say, "You are ready. Go,
And
go do it."
how did it go? How did the talk go?
It was the last. I don't know. I'm still waiting to be uploaded. It was at this TEDx that
Oh,
still waiting to be uploaded on YouTube. I hope that he did it. He told me it was okay, but I want to see it. But he was perfect. If he did the same as he did to the rehearsal,
do you have a favorite TEDx speaker?
yes, I have a lot of favorite ones. Okay, the one that it is in stuck in my mind. It is the barber. I don't know the name. I know the title. It is the barber where men get barber, something like that. It's the title. It is a man, New Zealand, and he's a barber. And because it was domestic violence in their house, in their home with his father, and he shared a lot of stories. He took the initiative to be a barber and to help men to stop be violent to their wives and to their
Mm.
sisters. It is a so powerful talk that at the end, all the men is coming, all the people that he has helped them to with his barber and his coaching, unofficial coaching, to help them relieve their life from stress and all these, let's say, limited beliefs. They were on stage, they are coming on stage, they do haka, and the audience standing up and do haka at the same time
Mm.
without any preparation. It is, I couldn't believe it is from you will be fascinated and you will cry. He almost tried to cry. He gathered himself. He was very strong. He talked about his mother, his wife, how be supportive. It is so beautiful, emotional, real life to help and support men. That's why I like it, because it's so immediately it will help society. This talk immediately help society. Many other talks, a lot of talks for grief. Another one, I don't remember now names, but it's so many that beautiful talks that say this is why TEDx still has to be there and people to share their stories.
It's amazing that giving someone a platform like TEDx
Mm.
is giving the opportunity to everyone to listen and connect. And we're talking global, we're talking across countries, continents, cultures. And you can see that every culture will bring up the emotions, the connections, like you mentioned, haka. I can
Mm.
imagine a Greek man can go up and start dancing Zebetiko will have the same,
Wow,
the
that's a nice
same,
idea. Yes.
the, for people that don't understand. on the 9th of May, Metallica,
Uh,
right? They were
yes,
in Oaxaca.
Metallica. Yeah, I know, in Athens.
They played Zorba the Greek, right,
Wow.
in the middle of their concert.
Wow.
They were culturally attuned
Mm,
to the Greek culture, to the Greek audience, and everybody was cheering about it.
professionals.
This is this links up with my next question because TEDx Global speakers, they carry on their culture, their background, their beliefs,
Mm,
and different societies will have different norms. When they're walking up to the stage, do you feel that some of them may suppress the cultural background
mm,
in order for them to become more or fake or do something that
mm.
they're not?
Okay, I will share a story right now from a previous TEDx speaker, but while we're doing the coaching, she was sharing about the birth of her niece, and it was a sudden flash of fear micro expression, and I was surprised. Uh, and then after coaching, I said, "My dear, is everything okay?" And she couldn't because micro expressions is outside our awareness. It's a raw truth suppression or covering. And say, why you are saying like that? Because I have to be direct. I thought that I saw, okay, I saw exactly, but I thought I saw fear, micro expression, facial expression. What is happening? And then she say, oh my God, really? You saw this? I say, yes. And it opened up. It was a cultural theme that the family, it's a bad luck to share good things that is happening to you. Somehow we Greeks have this, I think. And but it wasn't we have it wasn't from Greece. It could be, but it wasn't. And I say then either because it was a very limited, it was 1 week before stage. I said either you take it out or you have to work with yourself to overcome this. So it is cultural, it is suppression, yes, for sure. Not all of them. It depends on the character all the time and on the personality. But yes, for sure, there is suppression, 100%.
Mm.
Unconscious. Yes.
And you're able to pick that up because of the micro expression, the coaching, and the training that you've had in the past.
Yes, I can see the change. What I'm noticing about micro expressions is changes. And I see the incongruence that cannot be this wording of birth. It is it's something delightness, it is happiness. You cannot see fear
Hmm.
or anger, let's say. Why? I mean, it's very awkward. Why to see fear here? Why at this moment? There's no point.
Roxani, I don't want to put you on the spot, but do you mind reading my facial expressions and giving some
I
feedback?
do. Okay, okay. Look, okay. Let's put some guidelines first for the people. Okay, it is first of all we have to know. I say micro expressions and any body language recognition. It is under the context. So now it is. I am invited to your place as a podcaster. So you have this openness, the calmness, the willingness to support your guest. Okay, so you have this the face. It is contextual. It is your place here. Um, what I notice, it is in vulnerable times, in Haka especially, or in, first of all, you're very expressive, so you speak with your eyebrows. So whenever something is meaningful for you, you raise up your eyebrows. If you go back and see the videos at the moment, now you did a vulnerable moment and you raise up the chin boss. And it was like a small, um, let's say, this one. You see mine?
Mm. Yeah.
Like this, a little bit, like a cellulite. Let's put it like that. 'Cause a cellulite on the chin, to be. And this is vulnerability. This is you connect with me. You connect with Haka, with the barber.
Mm.
You connect. So if I want to see the other people, he's empathized with me. If I say something that is a sad story, and if I see this, I say he's connected with me. So I can do also this part, how the other persons connect. And I always see the forehead, the
Mm.
eyebrows. This is what I read. because it happens to a lot of stories of, let's say, serial killers or people that they have killed people. And they were crying, the crocodile crying. So I don't see the eyes. I see the forehead. Is there the grief muscle or not? If there is there is no grief muscle over there. The grief muscle is now, okay, I know that we're having people that they are listening, so they are not going to see me right now, but I'm going to demonstrate it. It is like an omega,
Yes.
like a horseshoe. Let's put it for English people, not omega, maybe they don't know Greek. Creating this. This is the grief muscle. If they don't have this, no, they are not sad, they are not crying. So this is what you are doing, how you recognize. First, you know the context. It is the context of TEDx, it's anxiety. It's normal to concentrate. It's normal to have this anxiety. The eyebrows looks like it is anger. This is the thing that we have, this advice we have to give to the audience, because this is always, people are confused. When the eyebrows is getting down, it is this, let's say, parallel 11, whatever, anyone, a lot of names here, the glabella. Yes, it is a sign of anger, but it's not anger. It is might be a stressful situation. And through stress, you look anger. And by default, you can climax arguments and difficult situations because you are angry and your face is stressed. That's why you need to relax your face before you go on stage, because stress looks like anger, and anger creates climax and confusion, and people will disconnect.
Wow. A lot of information there. You would have
Oh, sorry.
been a very
Overwhelming. My God, one idea. I messed up again. I
no,
messed
not at
up.
all. No, not at all. This is exactly what we need. This is exactly what
Oh,
people need to face. You holding up a mirror, and now I'm
mm,
looking at myself, and I'm looking at the micro expression as you were describing them,
mm,
and I do that a lot. That's
mm,
how my face has been trained. That's what my tonality, my voice, my movement, my hand gestures, everything comes and create my persona, who I am, and what I
yes.
do. You would have made a very good detective, I can tell you that. It's interesting because I've been looking at TEDx. I've been doing my research, and
Mm.
you can always name the top 10 TEDx and who are these
Oh,
people and how
okay.
they're
Yes.
connecting with these people, right? From Brené Brown to Simon Sinek,
Okay.
and
Okay. Yes.
these
That's Brené Brown.
these are the people that they're connecting with the audience and they have millions and millions of views.
Yes,
Um,
I know.
one of the parting, and because I know as we're coming to the close, but one of the parting gifts that you would give to someone that thinks about going and do a TEDx talk. We talked about having that idea, the robust idea that they
Mm,
need to hone it, to make sure that
mm,
they go through the stages and have presenting. But what can be a gift that you will give to them and say, this is what you need to do, follow the script, and you'll be okay at the end of it?
mm. Okay, I will separate it to structure and to body language. So let's say the practicality first, the rational brain. Now comes the rational brain. So the rational brain says that the same way I open, keep them in mind, the same way you will close. I always start from the end and then I build the talk. This is the idea. I always start from the end. So what is the closing? What is the call to action? And since I know what is the call to action, then I can build the rest. So I always start add call to action. So downwards and slowly, I built it. But since I have the closing, it's going to be the same as the opening. So I'm ready already. The only thing it miss, it's the 1, 2, 3 columns, let's say, between. So this is a structure idea to help them immediately. And always they can think about it, problem, solution, and vision. So let's say I have the closing same as the opening. Then I have the call to action before the closing, and then I have 3 columns One, it is the problem. I want to make the people too afraid somehow, because then I want to give the solution. And then the vision. What is the vision? That's it. Finished. This is the structure. So now another idea about body language and facial expressions. Facial expressions, either you want it or not, you have to be aligned with the emotion, because subconscious, the people will read it. So you have to know the stuff, and you have to be steady. If there is one advice for body language, I will prefer, and I am saying to everybody, stay stable for TEDx carpet, and don't move, and move only the face and the hand gesture somehow. Stable, not like to be nailed, but just put, let's say, your like a fist apart between your feet to have like mentally. It's like you put your fist apart your legs. So this is the separation, not more, because it will look aggressive. And of course, it depends on how big you are and a man or a woman somehow. But and then stay stable. Sharing like that, it's better, safer. If you don't know what to do that, and put your hands and move them through the navel zone or through the chest zone. Just move slowly, and put apart. Here, just have 1 centimeter apart the torso with your arms. Only this. That's it. Finish. This is one quick and safe advice.
That's amazing. I'm taking notes, by the way, and I know that I'm recording this, so I can always go back, but I'm still taking notes. This is amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so you want to give to the people, and you are those sort of people that want to connect, want to give them, and you want to see them thrive, and you want to see them prosper. What is the one talk that you wish you could give, the idea that you haven't put on stage yet, that we will wait for
Yes.
you to put it up there?
The next talk, if there is any, but I'm sure I will find somehow the next years to give another TEDx. It will be how serious it is if we lose our expressiveness and our facial expressions of emotions. Because now, since new generations, we're missing this one-to-one, this person-to-person communication. We're losing this ability. It's going to be there, this ability, human ability to express emotionally. But I can see from the smiles, I can see from the selfie photos that now it's going. Not just start noticing the selfies of the young generation. Not smile anymore. It is more robotic. It's changing. So that means they are not expressive. So I want to talk about the loss of expressiveness and the consequences. It's still research going over there. What is going to happen to the humanity? Not yet research is out, but this is what I want to talk about.
The human disability of expressiveness.
Yes, about this. This is my next talk.
That is very powerful. As a father of young children, if we're losing our connectivity and AI, new generations, new tools, we are meeting online. There's not that warmth that you're shaking somebody's hand, that you're looking somebody in the eye, that you're getting that energy and you feel the energy instantaneously. You can feel what the person is thinking. You can feel just by looking at them, the micro expression that even though we are not experts, we can still see the smile, the moving of the eyes, the lips, the
Yes,
chins, and you can see that either is friendly or aggressive.
yes.
That is a talk that I would very much like to see, Roxani. Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you.
On that note, so Roxani, thank you very much for joining me today. Very, very insightful tips, conversations, and for someone that hoped to do a TEDx talk in the future, something that I have to take on board, and you'll probably hear from me very, very soon.
Oh, thank you, Evan. Thank you for having me, and I hope that we support your audience. And we're here. If they want anything, they can reach us and learn more.